Assalamu alaikum, dear students. It is 25th of June 2020. I am Abdur Rashid Mir, teacher, primary school, Pandit Fora Zone Lingate. As you know, we are discussing chapter number 9. The title of the chapter is Up You Go. And yesterday, I explained to you the mountaineering. What is mountaineering, and what are the risks and what are the challenges that a mountaineer has to face, and what are the things that a mountaineer must take with when he goes to climb a mountain. And these things I have already explained to you. And one more thing that I discussed yesterday with you was the responsibilities of a mountaineering group leader. What are the responsibilities of a group leader? Those responsibilities have already been discussed. And today we are going to learn to know about a very famous lady, a very famous woman whose name was Bachendri Paul. Bachendri Paul was an Indian woman, a very famous lady who climbed the peak of the Mount Everest. As you must have heard that Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world. Bachendri Paul was the first Indian woman and fifth woman in the world to reach the peak of the Mount Everest. Bachendri Paul, she was the first Indian woman and the fifth woman in the world to reach the peak of the Mount Everest. She summited Everest on 23rd May 1984. It was on 23rd of May 1984 when she summited Everest, Mount Everest. Besides mountaineering, skydiving, gliding, hot air ballooning, rowing in mountain rivers are some of the other activities that can be called adventures. Mountaineering is already a very famous adventure. In addition to this mountaineering, skydiving, gliding, hot air ballooning, rowing in mountain rivers are some of the other activities that can be called adventures. So, my dear students, let's evaluate what we have learned. For evaluation, I have devised some questions for you, and you are supposed to answer these questions. Question number 1 is, what kind of tools are needed? What kind of tools are needed for climbing mountains? What kind of tools are needed for climbing mountains? Simple answer, simple question, and the answer of this question can be the kind of tools that are needed for climbing mountains are a thick rope, sling, hunter shoes, plastic sheet, diary, torch, towel, soap, wind cheater, whistle, food packets, water bottle, gloves, snacks, etc. So these are the tools. Some of them are tools, and some of them are the necessities that mountaineer requires needs while climbing a mountain. What do you think about the responsibilities of a group leader? The responsibilities of a group leader are of immense importance, and his responsibilities are to help others in carrying their bags, let the group go ahead and keep to the last, help those who cannot climb properly, find a good place to stop and rest, arrange for food for the group. What are the other activities that can be called adventures? The other activities that can be called adventures are skydiving, gliding, hot air ballooning, rowing in mountain rivers. These are the other activities that can be called adventures. So, my dear students, it's all for today. Prepare for the exams, be ready, and I will meet you shortly tomorrow, inshallah. Till then, bye. Assalamu alaikum.